Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel, and here today we got ourselves a Tesla expert. A what? What in the world is a Tesla expert? Well, let me tell you what a Tesla expert is. Someone who's going to answer our questions for us today and give us a straight answer. Because if you read the title of this call, it's called Tesla's Gone Bonkers. Absolutely 100% bonkers. So we better ask some questions, and they better be some smart questions. So let's recap. Tesla sold last year 936,000 cars. Woo, good number. I don't really talk about everything else. You can get into the details. Go to the website, go to the call, put a link. I don't know, I can't find the link where the recording of the call was, but when it happened, I listened to it. Bonkers. So we got ourselves a professional. So, Mr. Professional, first question, Starlink. Starlink is going to increase Tesla's revenue, profit, sales, EBITDA, net income, make them pay more in taxes. Hoo-wee, Starlink is going to take over. Tesla's going to go to $2,000 a share. I just watched these guys on the internet. These guys right here. And they said, that's what they said. I don't think they know what they're talking about. So let's go to the professional about Starlink. Well, thank you for allowing me on the show today. Excuse me. I need some water. You want me to talk about Starlink? Okay. Okay. Let me be clear about Starlink, people. Starlink is for rural communities and not for cities. Look at the tweets. Look at Tesla's earning calls. Not for the city, it's for rural areas. Because, believe it or not, in the United States, many parts of the world, unlike where I currently live, where rural areas are served by high-speed internet, because it was mandated by the government to give people quasi-monopolies, but it had to serve rural areas. Well, guess what? In the United States and around the world, rural areas are not served. They're not going to run pure fiber for 50 kilometers to serve two houses. Not going to do it. So, Starlink works. So this is the deal with Starlink. There's only so many satellites up there to make Starlink actually work. You need 25,000 satellites. They have 1,000. No, they don't. They have 500. No, they don't. You need 25,000 minimum, if not more. In fact, they're not really sure how many. 2, only so many people can be on the system. So when you put your little dish up, whee, however that works, as soon as you get 5 people on, that's it. No more, nobody else can be on. That's it. Nobody else can be on. Simple as that. So welcome, Starlink. Starlink will not be a major revenue source for Tesla for at least another 10 years. SpaceX has to get to the point where they're launching satellites every day, 5 days a week, sometimes twice a day. I'd say 3 times a day. 3 times a day they got to be sending a payload, and Tesla doesn't have enough money to send 3 Starlink satellites up there a day. They have enough to send 1 a week. That's it. They don't have enough. They only have $18 billion. This will not be a revenue source. This will not make money. This, in 2022, is a pipe dream down the road. So anyone that thinks their earnings is going to go up because of this, you better sell now, because there will be no earnings from Starlink onto the Tesla bottom line. Zero. Doesn't make money. Every time they launch a satellite, they're not going to make it. It's years and years and years away. And even when it's years away, cities, and I mean cities of, 10,000 people or more, no Starlink. There's not enough bandwidth and whatnot. They just can't do it. It's math, people. So goodbye earnings on Starlink. So thank you. What's your next question? Wow, that's amazing. So, okay, here's the real bonkers part. Self-driving cars. On the earnings call, Elon Musk himself and a few others talked about how full self-driving will be in by the end of 2022 and the income and revenue that they are going to generate from full self-driving cars are going to be record-setting. What? But just hang on a second, let's ask the professional. Didn't they make $5.5 billion in net operating income? That's after tax, according to the website on the Nasdaq.com and Tesla's financials and everywhere I look, $5.5 billion in net profit after tax. Who wouldn't want that? Let's go to the professional. What about these self-driving cars? Okay, the next question is all about full self-driving cars. If you listen to the earnings call, 2022. That's what they said. Level 4 autonomy in Teslas by 2022, by the end of 2022. This is an absolute lie. And there's a reason for it. It's called math and computing power. Tesla's chips have to calculate so many instructions and input datas into their computer system quickly. And they have to calculate millions and millions and millions of these a second, if not billions. The computing power and speed of the chips, as they stand right now in 2022, are not fast enough. That's why you have phantom braking. That's why, it creeps out, rolling stops, all kinds of stuff. Level 2 autonomy with a Tesla car, yeah. Level 3, maybe 2025. No way. Full self-driving, get in, take me home, I'm drunk. Not happening. This will not increase the value of your car. It is an absolute con to pay an extra $12,000 more for a car. For full self-driving, we will be replacing that car before you get full self-driving. If you own a car for 8 years and you do 50,000 kilometers a year on that car, you're going to wear the damn thing out. Doesn't matter if it's a Tesla or any other car, because cars wear out. That's why they keep coming up with new ones and you constantly have to buy them. Maybe you only do 10,000 kilometers a year. Well, you'll drive it forever then, if you only do that. But, sorry, no earnings for full self-driving, other than in the selling of 936,000 cars, there's a lot of people that paid an extra 12,000. That goes to the bottom line, and that is how they show that. But earnings outside of that, and anyone that will pay a $100 a month subscription fee for full self-driving is ludicrous to use one of their modes. So thank you for tuning in. What's your next question? Well, I don't think there are going to be any self-driving cars soon. So okay, let's move on. Solar roof. Solar roof, solar energy, the energy business of Tesla is going to be massive. It's going to take over. It's going to generate more than $5.5 billion in net operating income. Let's go to the professional and see what they're doing about solar installations. Oh, the most common one. Tesla solar roof is going to generate billions of dollars in net income, net profit, after tax, or EBITDA, or what do you want to call it. Guess what? Tesla solar roof does not work where it's cold. Northern Minnesota, Wisconsin, Michigan, Massachusetts, New York. Forget it. Montana, Seattle, where it's cloudy all the time. Forget it. Doesn't work. Power walls don't work anywhere where it's minus 20 degrees Celsius or colder. Okay? Do not work. They're only 10 kilowatt hours. My house uses 10 kilowatt hours a day. So that power wall, power goes out at 9 o'clock at night, and I don't do anything. Everything's off, and I don't have the heat on because my house is natural gas. So the natural gas will work. That power wall is going to last me exactly 18 hours. No cooking, no nothing. A couple of lights. That's it. Keep my furnace running. That's it. And it better get sunny within 24 hours and the grid come back on, or it was a waste of money. So income from solar roof and Tesla Powerwalls is minuscule compared to the car business and will not add 5.5 billion to net earnings for Tesla. In fact, Solar Roof is far behind. Their manufacturing is poor, but what they do manufacture, they do well, but they cannot scale it. And like all things, you can build a prototype, but scaling it for mass production is incredibly hard. So, Solar Roof, nope, not this year, not 2022, not 2023, not 2024. In fact, warm states, Solar Roof will work. Incredibly expensive. I'd go the other way, like I did. I would not do Solar Roof, especially not a Tesla Solar Roof. Would do solar, but not a Tesla Solar Roof. So, no income there. What else we got? Holy cow! Really? Doesn't work where it snows? Oh. And if it goes below minus 20 degrees Celsius, no power wall? Oh. Oh. Well, that's just terrible. Okay. MegaPacks. We all know about the ice storm in Texas and the smokes and the fires and they're building the big one in Australia. And so let's go to the MegaPacks. MegaPacks are going to generate in 2022 $5.5 billion in net operating income on top of their car business of $5.5 billion net operating cost. Oh, and of course all these things aren't going to generate anything, but let's go to the MegaPacks. MegaPacks is going to take over. It's going to solve our energy needs. Let's go to the professional. See what he has to say. Oh, geez, the MegaPacks. How many times do I have to tell you? I need a drink of water. This is stressful. Look at me, I'm sweating. Look, I'm dying here. MegaPacks. Tesla MegaPacks. 3 megawatt hours per megapack, okay? 3. This is only for peak demand or intermittent uses. It stores energy from the wind and the solar, puts it into the pack, and then the 3 megawatts is given back. It is depleted in 24 hours. If you full power it, you need the whole thing. Gone. Better be sunny the next day. MegaPacks will not work where it's cold. Where I live? Nope. Wisconsin? Nope. Michigan? Forget it. Dakotas? Nope. Texas? Once every 3 or 4 years? Nope. Well, actually, Texas didn't get down to minus 20, so it might still work. Use some of its power to keep it warm, and then you'll get some power. So, if they build 1,000 of them, maybe you'll get 24, 48 hours out of it. No, you won't even get that. Anyways, MegaPacks. They cost approximately $1.5 million a piece. You get 3 megawatts, and that's it. Your solar, your wind gets stored into there, and then it comes out at peak demand. Those are made to provide power for about 6 hours, and then they suck it back in and charge up. These are not base load systems. They will never solve base load energy when it's minus 25 outside snowing, like it was here 2 weeks ago. For 2 weeks, there's nothing. Forget it. No income. Take a look at Tesla's earnings and how much comes from MegaPacks. Quite frankly, they barely make money at it. And they pick and choose their places to make sure they can make some money where they're putting it. They don't do it anywhere. I can't order. If I was the government of Canada and I wanted to order up 100 of these or 1,000 of these, we would probably need 10,000 of these. We're not even talking about heating yet. We're just talking about electricity. Still wouldn't work. It'd be an absolute waste of money. And they know it. We know it. Everyone knows it, except for people in sunny places that have no idea how something works. So no money for MegaPacks. So thank you for asking me another stupid question. Why don't you ask me a question? I'll tell you what, don't ask me the question, I'll tell you. Tesla sold 936,000 cars last year. And they're going to sell approximately 1.5 million cars this year. Maybe. Supply chain issues, factories under construction. Will you get 300,000 out of Texas by the end of the year? No. 200,000? Maybe. Berlin, 200,000? Maybe. That's 400,000 more. A little bit of production in other places. Gets you to 1.4, 1.3, 1.4. So let's just give Tesla 1.4 million cars in 2022. Everything else is going to be stagnant. They're not going to increase the volume of all those other businesses. So, there you go. Will they make another 5.5 billion? Of course they will. They'll probably make 6 billion. Just remember, Tesla is spending $1 billion a month right now in capital expenditures. That's 12 billion in a year. So with no revenue, their money is 18 months worth, which is phenomenal. They're going to make money. They're selling 1 million cars a year. But Tesla's share price, because of what's going on and the bonkers, absolute bonkers call, in my opinion, is going to 600. And it's on purpose. And they're going to do everything they can to get it down there because he wants to buy his shares back. In fact, he'd probably be happy if it went to 500. What does he care? A couple years from now, you know, he'd be making 10 billion a year in income with no debt. They do have some debt though. Just look at their earnings. They do pay interest income and interest expense, a couple $100 million a year. So they still do have some debt, but it's not very much. They do have 18 billion in cash though. So there you go. Thank you very much. I appreciate the call. Hopefully, back to you. Did you? I can't believe it. This guy. Wow. You would, that's it? 3 megawatts? And it's only for peak demand and temporary per mega, math doesn't work. Huh. Not enough batteries. No, anyway. Anyways, okay, let's go to the last one. And if you would listen to the ending calls, this is real bonkers. The Teslabot. That's right. They're going to invent robots, and it's going to be able to do jobs. It's going to help in healthcare, and it's just going to be fantastic. And it's going to walk around like a human being. It's going to be light in their battery and self-dead, and it's going to be greater income than their current income of $5.5 billion a year, which they made in 2021. So let's go to the professional and see what they have about Teslabot. Oh. Robots. There's 6 guys in a room working on Tesla robots, and that's it. They probably make $200,000 a year, and when you got a company that has $18 billion in the bank, that's it. That's all they're putting in the robots, and they're not doing anything else. Their battery tech, they don't have 4680s out yet. They don't have the Cybertruck out yet. They don't have a smaller, more affordable car out yet. Teslas are $86,000 where I live. That's where they start with no self-driving. No, nothing, just 86 grand plus. So, sorry, Teslabot robots gonna increase earnings. Teslabot robot earnings is 0. It's a negative cash flow on the company. There will be no earnings, no investment, no increased share price. If anything, it'll make the share price go down because they'll be putting a couple $100 million a year into that in about 5 or 6 years, not now. There are too many other things they got to accomplish before they can even bother. The battery tech amount of energy can store in this space to operate for any length of time. They don't have yet. They're working on it, but they don't have it yet. But the battery tech goes into everything they do. MegaPacks, cars, power walls, solar roof, Teslabots. Okay? Battery technology and research applies to all areas. So, you know, this is sweating here. So, forget about the Teslabot. They're going to mention it again because it's bonkers. They want the share price down. This is planned. Next, what else you got for me? Really? 6 guys in a room. 6 guys in a room. I put money on it. I doubt if there's 6 guys in a room. Might be 7. 20 years away. Woo. Well, Starlink. That's not getting any real revenue for Tesla. Not going to put any of the phone companies out of work. Not going to change anything with Pure Fiber, with Telus where I live, or Pure Fiber wherever that is where you live. If you live in a city, Starlink, I don't get it. This earning call was bonkers. And this is why I think it was bonkers, is we need to do a little bit of math here. And let's just use general numbers. Say there is 100 million shares of Tesla total. And Elon Musk just got 24 million in stock options, and he had to sell those 24 million shares because they were ready to vest. He got them 10 years ago, and he never sold them. When Tesla hit $200 a share, he didn't sell them. When they hit $500 a share, he didn't sell them. When it hit $1,000 a share, he didn't sell them. When he did the 5-for-1 split, he didn't sell them. When it went back to 500 a share, he didn't sell them. 800 a share, 900 a share, 1,000 a share, he didn't sell them. And then it hit $1,245 a share, and he was running out of time. And anyone that posts anything different here, other than he was running out of time, is lying to you. He had to sell. Well, he couldn't sell all those shares in one day. Tesla would have gone from $12.45 to $100. Tried to sell that many in a day. There's just not that many buyers out there. So he had to do it over time, and also, he didn't want to waste his money. He wanted to get the most he could for him. After all, he earned them. $1 trillion company, come on. So he started selling those shares, and he took a long time, and you can see on the charts and the graphs, and all those people out there can literally pick the days where he sold 2 million here and 3 million there and 1 million there. Whatever, he sold them. So what does that mean? That means there are now 124 million shares outstanding, because 24 million more are out there. Now he had to sell his current shares to pay the taxes on that. So he has the same amount of shares as he always has. He's diluted a little bit because there are now 24 million shares out there that weren't out there before. And here we are in 2022, and guess what he has to do again? He's got 22 million shares he has to sell. That's right, people. He'll lose them by the end of the year. I personally think this earning calls was bonkers, and because it's an American company run by Americans, he on purposely had a bonkers call. On purposely made this. Wall Street doesn't understand this stuff. Yes, they do. Everything they talked about revenue is no revenue. And they know there's no revenue because there's nothing in the numbers. Model 3s and Ys are going to be coming off the production line out of 2 factories that are coming online this year. So 936,000 cars. Is that going to turn into 1.6 million cars? No. Maybe 1.4, 1.5 if everything goes perfectly. It definitely would be more than 1.2 though. 20% growth, 25% growth. Do the numbers on that. But you must understand, there are 22 million shares that have to be sold again this year. And Mr. Musk doesn't like the fact that he's getting diluted. So what did he do? He had a diluted earnings call, and I bet you next one will be just as bonkers, because it was absolutely bonkers. So here we are. Tesla's, at the filming of this video, under $900 a share. I personally think Tesla's going to hit 600 before they hit 1500. That's right. You watch this video. We're almost at the end, and I'm calling for 600 in Tesla. I don't know how to short a stock. I just own stocks. If I don't like them, I sell them. If I think they've gone too far, I sell them. But I think it's going to hit 600. And I think it's going to hit 600 because Elon has this money now. He paid his taxes, and he wants his shares back. And what a better way to buy them back than at 600 or 500. Think about that. He has lots of money. He doesn't need the money. But he sure does want controlling interests of this company. And he would love to take it private, because he hates these earning calls and everything to do with them. So anyways, Tesla's got a lot of problems out there. One of which, they don't make anything reasonable. Everything is expensive. It only works in warm climates. And all the rest of the people just don't have any incentive. No power wall in minus 20 degrees Celsius. No solar roof where I live. Doesn't exist. Can't get it. And where you can get it, extremely expensive. Extremely. The other alternatives are way better. So, welcome to Tesla. They make money selling cars, even though they don't want to be a car manufacturer. Or at least they talk like they don't want to be a car manufacturer. So here we go. Strap on your boots. 2022 is going to be crazy. Pandemic's going to be over, and it's going to be nuts. So thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you in the future.